Hi, this is Jose Hernandez, and I built a YouTube studio with what I learned on YouTube. Let's get into it. So first, let's get into why I built this thing. So I basically wanted to be able to do some talking head videos for my business. And, it's something that I've been trying for the last 3 or 4 years, but I just haven't been able to come up with a system in order to do it. And I figured the best thing I could do is just come up with a designated area where I could actually execute some of these videos that I have all these big ideas about for my business. And this is what I came up with. So for starters, I had to come up with a space. So what I did is I dedicated half of my office to this YouTube studio setup. It was kind of one of those things where I was like, look, I got a lot of dead space here and I might as well just try to shoot it in my office. I think it makes perfect sense to try to do some work while at work, since, we don't have, much help as far as media goes. I don't have a dedicated place to go to and actually shoot at least some of our talking heads, because I'm doing some just kind of some product reviews for the stuff not necessarily we sell, but just fitness equipment in general that we sell. We're doing some questions and answers for some of our customers. I'm going to try to do kind of like a podcast setup. That's why I set up a big table. I got multiple angles for that reason, so that way I could, hopefully get a couple of people to actually come to the studio and open up about their experience as far as the fitness business goes, which is what I do. Because in the long run, what I'm trying to do is kind of gear up in order to do kind of like a documentary on some small businesses, gym businesses that I've been thinking about for the last couple of years. So I think this will be a good segue to get some of those same people to agree to allow me to film them and actually talk about their business. Being that I'm self-taught, it's very hard to get people to agree to even do a talking head video with. Most people think that I don't know. I guess people just don't like to talk on camera. I get nervous in front of the camera, so I understand why people would feel this way. So I don't fault them for it. And then most times when you say, hey, I want to shoot a free video, most people are thinking they're not going to get very good quality. So, I've been kind of slowly over the last 2 years, just kind of building up to be able to kind of build a quality, a product that I could show people so that people would say, you know what? Yeah, I'll let you do it. You look like a freaking professional, even though I'm a total amateur. So, it's a journey. So that is the reason why I actually, built the studio itself. Okay, so let's get a little bit into the studio setup. Right now I'm shooting with my Lumix S5IIX as the primary camera and my S9 over here on this angle for my secondary angle. I picked this angle because I thought it looked pretty cool, to be honest with you. The light's hitting me. I got some shadows, got a little light in the back, got some rim light, I think, going on. So again, this is all based on what I learned on YouTube, and I think it worked out, but I think that's, kind of a good compromise as far as an angle goes. Second, I am shooting on 24 to 200 here, which you guys know I love, and then my 20 to 60, which I really don't talk much about. It's a small lens. I got it for my S5. I don't usually use it, but I'm starting to use it more and more. I wish I could do I wish it was a better tool. I wish I did a little bit of at least some macro shots or something, or maybe zoomed out further. I don't know. Maybe I just want another 28 to 200, and that's all it comes down to. But so there you go. So that's that. I have my Neewer, this is the CM28. I actually got this for I think $150 on Amazon. So generally I use my Comica VM40, but it's dead. The battery's dead. And I wanted to shoot this video, so I'm just shooting on this one. This is kind of like a lapel mic that I use with people when I'm shooting them or whatever. So, but it works, and I think the audio is pretty good. You guys tell me if it sucks. Please feel free. I'm totally okay with it. So that's that. And on this one, I have a deity shotgun mic on the S9 just for scratch audio. It actually works really well. Like I could, on that mic, I could use it as a primary and then just in DaVinci, like clean out the background, and it actually sounds pretty good. So I could use both this audio, believe it or not. I think it's totally fine. And then this is a Godox SL60II, I want to say, with a lantern light. And then I just kind of picked it based on what I learned on YouTube. I mean, you know, shiesty people out there selling product are selling it because I got influence and I bought it, and it is what it is. But I think it works. It works well. I'll correct that here somewhere if I got the name wrong for this thing. But yeah, so that works really well. And then I turned around, one on Amazon. I always go on Amazon. Got me a cool background light, you know, and then 2 stand-up LED lights, one here and one there, just to kind of like have different colors. I also, when I built the office, when I rebuilt the office, this office used to look like absolute dog crap, and I fixed it purposely for this. It actually motivated me to fix this office up, was to build this studio. If I wasn't building the studio, I think I'd still be in a cave and just building this. You could actually look back at some of my old videos and you're gonna see like what it used to look like, and you're gonna say, man, this looks a whole lot better. But what I did is I did a black wall because I heard that negative gives you that cool look that people look for, but I put it on the wrong side. I could probably change my light to this side, and then I'll have that negative on this side. I'll try it next time. I'll see what it looks like. I think right now it's on my right hand side because I have some windows here, and I think I get a lot of, you know, like polluting light, I guess, coming in that I don't have any control over. So yeah, I mean, so that's kind of, oh, and then as far as like I did a SmallRig, what was that, a SmallRig tripod that I got influenced into it. But it's really good. I needed something like this that actually works. Sorry, this is a little, why is my phone going off? So yeah, so I did that tripod, and then I got a newer cheap tripod. I think I paid like 50 bucks on Amazon for it just to hold that one. I actually got a couple of cheap Amazon tripods. I know that from what I understand, on people always say that you should have one really good tripod that you could take around. So that's that one, the big heavy duty one. It's like 500 bucks, I think. It's not cheap. Maybe $370. I don't know. It was up there. It's definitely over 300. And then I got a couple of cheap tripods that I just kind of travel around with in case I want to do anything not here. So that's kind of like the setup, you know, with the actual equipment. All right, so now what do I expect out of this? I wanted to learn about lighting. I wanted to learn, I mean, this is like some place that I've been lacking as far as, you know, learning cinematography, filming, videography. So I wanted to kind of learn how to shape light and kind of like work with it. So I ended up, you know, doing this for that reason as well, because, you know, again, it's very hard to get practice when you're not actually practicing, right? So if I have any advice for anybody out there as far as like being an amateur, is that you have to practice. It's super important. It's probably one of the most important things. It is the most important thing you can do. Forget gear, forget, you know, forget the fear. Because I know sometimes I used to get like fearful about doing certain things, you know, filming or even hitting play on the camera. Just forget all that stuff, and you have to practice. It's super important. I've gotten better over the last few years just because I'm not allowing things to stop me anymore. I'm just like saying, screw it. I'm just gonna shoot, and you know, and I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna publish it. I don't care what anybody thinks. You know, I think with that kind of mindset, you can really do a lot. If you know, it's very hard to win if you're not even in the game, right? So yeah. So I'm hoping to just basically accomplish learning, you know, about lighting and stuff. And, you know, I wanted to make this video to kind of show people, you know, that, you know, I did spend a little bit of money. I'm not gonna lie. I probably spent close to 500 bucks for the lighting, and I had to buy furniture and all that other stuff. But it's just an investment and it's good furniture. So if I don't want to use it this way, I could use it somewhere else. And, you know, if clients want to come over, it's a good place to sit and hang out. So I think I'm okay with the furniture. But if you're just talking like tripod, one angle, light, you could probably do this with like a cell phone, which I should probably try. A cell phone, a light, and a mic. And I think you could definitely get away with this. Oh, and get some LEDs for sure. I think the LEDs make it look cool, but that's just me. Now, being that it's a new venture for me to do this talking head stuff, you know, I was kind of like putting it out to people out in YouTube to tell me if I did a decent job. And if I didn't, where could I improve? I'm totally cool with learning. I mean, I've learned everything on YouTube anyway, so just tell me like, hey, like you could use, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Is the angle too close? You know, I'm totally willing to learn. So that's kind of why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to show off what I built. I wanted to show off, you know, where I'm editing now. I'll, you know, put some video of that kind of like in the background of this so you guys can check it out. And let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm doing things wrong or if I'm at least in the right direction. Now, would I do anything different? I don't know. I think that I would shoot. I'm going to shoot in different areas of the office. I think I'm going to shoot by I like shooting by my desk because I have that window that lets in a lot of light and I really like the way it looks. I did a video on a 24-80 and I mean the 28-200 and I use an anamorphic lens. I mean, I got Cam Mackey'd into that and it looked really good though. So I'm not gonna lie, I thought it looked really good. I could be totally wrong. I might just might be me. So I will use that corner office there. And then I have this, I got some really cool shots of the couch with the window coming in from the side here. I think I'm gonna take a couple of pictures of that too, a couple of videos there too, just to start, just to kind of mix it up. I think it's good. And then I am thinking that that's pretty much it. I mean, I obviously have, right now I'm actually bouncing back and forth with how I'm editing between my built PC. I built the PC a couple of years ago just for editing. And then I have a Mac Mini Pro, a Mac Mini M4, the regular one with the 256 hard drive. And that bad boy is editing all my videos. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know how I was doing it, but it's, I mean, I'm editing it in a 1080p timeline, so I think that helps, but I think it's pretty cool. So, you know, now I could edit here and I could edit at home. So I've been kind of like bouncing back and forth between both computers. So I'll probably edit this at home today, but a lot of times I'm actually just editing here right in the office just because it's more comfortable. The kids don't bother me, the wife don't bother me. I'm just here, you know, I'm on my own time, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so, you know, let me know if, like I said, like if you have any tips, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you like what you see, just hit me up. If you can, like, subscribe. I'm trying to see if I can get to 1,000, you know, subscribers. I think it'd be cool, just as a personal goal. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna actually be reviewing a Mikey. I've been testing a Mikey 35 T2 for my L mounts, you know, for my Lumixes, and I think it's actually pretty good. A lot of the shots actually for the B-roll for this it's in that using that 35 millimeter. I think you'd be happily surprised, and it was under $300. I think it was $200. Not even $300. It was $200 for this, and I got it over the Lumix S. You know, the regular Lumix, that was about $500 or $600 for that prime lens. So I just didn't, that's just, you know, again, you got to kind of pick your poison where you spend your money when it comes down to this stuff. And again, I'm a hobbyist. I don't make money doing this for the most part. I just shoot what I want. So I think it's a really cool option for anybody that has a Lumix camera or L mount camera. If you have, you know, a Blackmagic or a Sigma FP or something like that, you don't want to spend a lot of money, I think it's a really good option. So I'll actually get into that hopefully next week. I have a long next week, so hopefully I can pump out another video next week and get this done. I'm rambling now, and I will actually catch you in the next one. Peace.